I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Sicily.
Oh, the homeland.
Yeah.
You guys are both Sicilian, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. 87.
Sicilian, double down.
Now, are you not Neapolitan at all?
Yes, I believe
very
so.
little.
I am, yeah.
Very
What's
little.
the other area that people are usually? It's because
southern Italy is where most of the Italian Americans in this area are from.
Sicily or Naples.
Sicily,
right?
Naples, yeah.
Near the coasts.
I guess Milanese would be the other one.
No, that's the north. I hate the north. Furio.
Sopranos, yeah.
Did you see? I just posted on Facebook this. I sent it to you guys too. It's right when Sopranos ended. It's Paulie and another guy playing Bert and Ernie.
Oh yeah, it's Bobby Bacala.
Yeah. It was really funny.
Yeah. I've seen that a million times.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I never seen it.
So Sicily.
What are we talking about in Sicily?
For most of its history, we're talking mid 1800s. Okay.
Okay.
For most of its history, like 90% of the land in Sicily is owned by either the Catholic Church or land barons that like loyal to the Bourbon monarchy in France. Well, and it's been invaded 100 times. You got Spaniards, you got Normans, you got Muslims, you got all kinds of fucking things.
We're all over the place.
So the Sicilians tend to not rely on a strong central government and tend to keep themselves and take care of things themselves.
It's our thing.
They have their own governing body.
One would say a thing of ours.
So in the 1860s, Giuseppe Garibaldi, as part of the Risorgimento, invades Sicily and force modernizes the place. So his army kind of confiscates all the land from the church and all the land from these feudal lords, and they sell it off to the peasants, to the peasantry. So now you've got
tons of land,
tons of small farms and landowners for the first time ever in Sicily.
Nice.
Now, it's really difficult. All of those people that used to control things were rich and were able to hire like mercenaries to take care of their property and stuff. That isn't possible for these new landowners.
They need protection,
so they're forced to rely on like the local police.
Yeah,
and the local police are not very good. And the central government that is like now in Italy proper doesn't really know how to run things. There aren't really soldiers around. So what do these guys do? They start hiring local thugs to protect their property.
Yeah.
And it's not long before these thugs realize that they're the only authority on the island. So we
can be made men. We can have anything
we want.
Quickly
start to turn on their employers. They organize into gangs and territories, and you know what happens next.
Yes.
So
the Mafia.
Yes. This is the birth of the Mafia.
Which doesn't exist on the record.
Right. But the reason I brought this up is because I want to focus on one specific story from this time period.
Okay.
So in 1874, just outside of Palermo, a former surgeon, he's now retired, he's an older gentleman, inherits land. The number one cash crop in Sicily at this time is lemons.
Okay.
He's growing lemons like crazy. It's huge money.
Marlon Brando's putting them in his mouth. Actually, it's an orange.
Most of the lemons actually get exported to New York City, believe it or not. So this guy, he inherits a farm, a plantation, a lemon plantation from his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law recently died of a heart attack after receiving multiple death threats from persons unknown. This guy's name is Gasperi Galati.
Oh!
That's why I brought it up. I don't know if he's related to me.
Did you just find?
I heard about this about 2 years ago. But
Gasperi Galati?
Yeah, this was featured on a Kings and Generals video.
Really?
Which is a YouTube channel, a history YouTube channel.
They're good. They're a good channel.
Yes.
They're not funny, but they're good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Could very well be a distant relation of mine. I don't know. Who knows?
I want it to be.
Me too. So Mr. Galati, he takes over the plantation.
I want to make pictures of this.
And quickly finds out that a guy named Benedetto Carollo.
I was hoping you were going to say Battagliacola.
Well, Carollo is not close, but my family was from Palermo.
He is the warden of the plantation. He's like running things.
Okay.
Galati realized this is the guy who's been sending my brother-in-law death threats and killed him. And Carollo kind of struts around like he owns the place. He's got very shady friends. He openly steals like the product. He's undercutting like prices and stuff. He's just being an all-around criminal.
He's an undercutter. People
Right.
are getting ready to do a sale. He drives up and starts making the pizza on the guy's stoop, undercutting the competition.
So Galati's like, why am I dealing with this guy? So he fires him. And all of a sudden, Mr. Galati's friends start coming to him and being like, you should rehire that guy. He's a good dude. People he knows, it's in your best interests. You got to bring him back. He says, no, I'm not doing that. So he hires another guy to take his place.
This
Not long
seems
after.
like your ancestor because he's not getting the hint of what is happening. He's like, no, I just fired him. Why would I listen to these guys?
He wasn't good.
Not long after he hired the new guy turned up dead on the side of a rural road outside the plantation.
Accidents happen, you know. I guess
Yeah.
got hired another one.
The police were paid off to look the other way. And then Galati starts getting notices that he and his family will end up just like this worker if they don't rehire Carollo. So faced with no course of action, he straight up just abandons the plantation and flees to
I was
Naples.
going to say, did he burn it down?
Nope, just left one day. Left
Okay.
it completely in the hands of whoever. And that is the story. He wrote a full testimony. This really happened. It's in Italian police files somewhere.
He just abandoned the.
Yeah. 1874.
So maybe
Wow.
you have a claim to this lemon orchard.
That'd be sick.
You should show up.
You
I'm
might.
here for my birthright.
He's here to take the right of a family member.
Beaver's just sticking back.
Yeah, why do I get killed?
You went with him.
Yeah.
Steve, come with me to Italy. We're going for my
My
birthright.
family was carpenters. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's the story.
No Galati in the history of the world ever amounted to anything.
Thank you, Mr. Strickland.
Well, what are you about to say?
It's going to change. What do you-
History's about
History's
to
about to change.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do we figure this out?
I
How do
now
we
I
fig-
just
how
I
do we
desperately
figure out
want
if
to
you
see.
have like a direct
To
relation
this guy?
person? Yeah,
Well, he
I don't-
lived.
I
So
don't
gotta
see
be a
how it
way.
would be possible to figure
it's not that far.
it's ancestry.com.
1870s, right?
Maybe if they came to America, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how you would go about doing that.
You would have to
Yeah.
do like DNA testing and
Yeah,
all
we're
sorts.
gonna have to figure this out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want this to be your ancestor.
Yeah, because I want free lemons for life, and if this is the way to do it,
Did you ever see the other Anthony Galati? Like if you
I was
Google him-
befriended by a Staten Island Anthony Galati on Facebook when I was like 16.
really.
He's not related to me. And if he is, he's like a forgotten sibling that my grandfather had or something.
Okay.
You know,
Huh.
the descendant of that.
No, but there's like an Anthony Galati who's like a world-renowned like potato farmer in like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I heard. I think he's in Australia. I think he's a potato man.
What's
in
up with
Austra-
your
He like
people?
he runs Australian potatoes.
do you have a green thumb,
I can grow
You
a
grew a
pumpkin like a
pumpkin.
motherfucker.
dude?
Maybe I own a lemon orchard.
Potatoes, lemons, pumpkins, dude. Like, come on.
You're gonna look at this guy and tell me he's not related to Ant.
Let me see. What's this? Oh, wait, the first one. Can you click the
Is this-
picture? Could you give me
Make
a
it big.
bigger image?
Make it
Yeah,
big.
give me a bigger image. Click that. Let's see this.
He's all potatoes.
Come on. If you're watching, oh,
Look at those
look
eyebrows.
At
They're
that.
huge.
I don't know, he's got pretty hairy
He
arms.
just looks like a
It's-
fucking standard
he looks
paisan.
like-
I think I saw that guy hanging in the back of the meat locker in Goodfellas. Isn't that Carbone? Same haircut.
It does look like him. actually.
It does.
You got a problem with what I did, Anthony?
No problem. He didn't have a problem.
Yeah,
Why do you have
he's
to die?
he's an Australian potato baron.
Yeah.
This guy rules.
What's his first name?
Anthony.
He's Anthony Galati.
Yeah, he's Anthony Galati. Anthony Galati.
I wish he had a better sense
Damn.
of style. Look at him.
He's a
Some-
potato
he's a
farmer.
He's
mess.
farming.
He's a mess.
He's got
Is he
overalls.
supposed to farm in like a suit?
Yeah.
He's got overalls. It's
He
good.
looks like he's fucking in that video with Come On Eileen.
Come on.
Yeah.
What you would farm in a suit?
I wouldn't wear a suit, but I would look good doing it.
You know what the difference between me and you is, Tony Galati? I make this look good.
I look good doing it. Incredible. Thank you for sharing that.
That
That's
was
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a nice little tale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Why did Kings in general cover that? Because they
They
usually
did
do
this whole
battles.
series on like the history of organized crime,
Okay.
and that was one of the
A little
episodes.
incident.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because usually they do big battles, so that seems like
Yeah.
so.
That
Like,
was like a piece of an episode they did.
Okay,
It wasn't
that
like
makes
the
more
focus,
sense.
the main focus of it.
makes way more sense.